What's up, YouTubes? Um, it's me, Brian. Um, yep, I'm back, and it's Thursday. Long day. Anyway, so I'm gonna kick off this video by reading comments from the last one and responding. I try to remember to do this. I don't always do it, so sorry about that. So if you've left comments and I haven't responded to you, it's because I just forgot to. So, anyways, I'm gonna start off with Carnage Man 99. Cool deal on the Wonder Woman comics. Thank you. Great packing job. That dude did a wonderful job packing those books, and I left him extremely good feedback. If that's possible to leave better than positive. Nice haul, thank you. Sad you cannot get those at your shop, east to west, due to not being a customer, even though you worked. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. Ed was just or my boss was just being a dipshit. He wasn't really serious about it. He just being a smartass. But I had woken up the next morning and just hopped on eBay and ordered them because I wanted them. All right, Toy Locks the Mighty. Where's the beef? I mean beard. Great haul, man. Thanks for the comment, and you, like many other people, are commenting on the beard. Me and the dog were having a shedding contest, and I was winning, and so I decided I better trim up because it was just getting pretty weird. Too much shedding. After I take a shower, there would just be hair in the bathtub. So I got tired of that. All right, Scott X 1307. I thought you were 1306. What's going on there? Okay, so okay, I put this question off last video, but I can't anymore. Who are you and what did you do with Notawag, aka Brian? Just kidding, man. Missed the beard though. It was like your trademark. Great haul. Some of the 90s Valiant books are actually pretty good. I like Drive, Magnus, and Bloodshot back then. Nice deal on those Marvel Premiere issues. Thank you. The Marvel Premiere books are pretty cool, and you do the cut. They're really beautiful. As far as condition wise, they're really nice shape, and I think I got a great deal. And I will definitely be talking to Ike again next time I go there. This guy, man, his boxes are just in total freaking disarray. Um, Books just I mean, like he kind of knows what he's got in there, but he doesn't know exactly where it is, so he can't just be like, yeah, I've got that. Look under the eyes, because the eyes are spread everywhere, and the A's and the B's and the D's and the F's and the O's, everything's just everywhere in his bins. So I was like, dude, you really need to take a couple hours to straighten these out because you'd probably make a killing. I think you definitely sell a lot more stuff. Again, Scott, you with the beard thing. Yep, you heard my answer last time. The Valiant books. Um, I back in the day, I got the Valiant a little bit late. Probably a year or so after Valiant launched, I got into Valiant, or maybe even a year and a half. Probably more like a year and a half. I got into Valiant. So I missed the early stuff. And even some of those are still kind of expensive, like the Solar and the Magnus ones can still be kind of pricey. Um, I did hop on board midway through XO Man of War, probably around 16 or 15, 16, 17, somewhere around there, and I did complete the entire run of the first volume. You know, back in the day, you know, with issue one, I think, oh man, back then I think I paid $30 for a copy of issue number one. You know, this is like in I was living in San Diego at the time, so it must have been 90, 93, 94, something like that. So yeah, I ended up completing that all. I got into Turok. I got on board with Turok early, and I loved Turok. Just a great comic book then. Now, what they're doing with Turok now and Dynamite, oh man, just it kills me because I really wanted to love that book, but it sucks. So yeah, with the Rye and the Bloodshot and the Magnus, I don't have a lot of those books. I'm trying to catch up on those. I think the other one that I actually completed all of was Shadow Man back in the day. So yeah, like Ride Magnus, Bloodshot, a lot of those Valiant books. I don't have them all, so I'm making an effort to piece together all of the early '90s Valiant books. All right, moving on. Oh, thanks for your comment, Scott. Drew Carson. I didn't recognize you there for a minute. Great haul, belated Happy New Year. All the best for 2015, mate. As to you, Drew. It's been a pretty good. Last year was pretty good, and I certainly hope it's been good for everybody else. With the state of the world now, all kinds of fucked up shit going on. I'm not really going to comment on it too much, but because honestly, this is a YouTube channel for comic books, which is supposed to be happy, happy, joy, joy, and there's too much fucked up shit that looks like it came out of the pages of comic books lately. So let's hope that shit gets sorted out. And Drew, I certainly hope you have a good year, and I hope your last year was great too. All right, moving on to J Rocks. J Rocks. I also like when they do the thick outline around the whole outer layer of a character. I'm gonna have to check out Red Sonja character. I've seen her around, but never read up on her. I'd recommend, if you can find them, the older Marvel books for Red Sonja and Conan books, because man, there was some good shit going on back then. John Romita was doing a lot of the Conan stuff, especially the Savage Sword of Conan. It's magazine size, black and white. Phenomenal work. Absolutely great, Jay. I recommend you hit that stuff up, and as you can, the Dynamite stuff or whatever it is. I kind of read those, but it's like Dark Horse doing Conan now. I've picked up a few, but I honestly have trouble getting into them. Um, I think I was spoiled. Like when I was a kid, a young kid, I was reading Savage Sword of Conan, and I absolutely fell in love with John Buscema's work back then. Did I say somebody else's name earlier? If I did, I fucked up. John Buscema. His work is amazing. Um, so yeah, and like he did one of my favorite runs on the Avengers ever, and that was the Masters of Evil thing. Good, John Romita Jr. I'm sorry, not John Romita. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said that before. It's not John Romita. I'm thinking John Buscema. Bush. I can't say it now. John Buscema. Amazing, amazing work. One of my favorite artists of all time. All right, next up, Adam. Personally, I never drink unless I know I have a chance of cutting myself. Great haul, bud. A nice mix of books. Iron Fist books was a steal. Yes, they were, Adam. And my nose is itchy. Yeah, you gotta mix, your drinking. Yeah, you gotta have a little danger when you're drinking. Otherwise, it just gets boring, and God forbid somebody says, hey, y'all watch this, and you don't have some possibility of fucking yourself up. So, there's my answers for my replies to comments. And now, I'm going to get into this week's comic haul. But first, I'm going to show you something that's not from last or this week. It's from, I don't know. It's actually from like a few months ago, actually. I don't know. I picked up this copy of Justice League. It's a Darwin Cook cover. It's a variant. I just didn't realize it at the time. I didn't see it on the shelves. And so, going along with December's variant month for Darwin Cook variant month, I thought I would pick it up because I do so like his work. I just read, give me just a second to find it. Darwin Cook is, he's going to be doing a book for Image, and it is going to be called Revengeance. Let me read the little thing I just read on Newsarama, I think it's Newsarama. Anyways, Image Comics is pleased to announce that cartoonist Darwin Cook, he did Parker, DC, The New Frontier, will launch Revengeance, his first fully creator-owned project from Image Comics in June 2015. Revengeance is a psychological thriller with darkly humorous overtones when Joe Malarkey, that's a bunch of hooey, is faced with a criminal tragedy. He sets out to make things right on his own. What follows is Joe's odyssey through the underside of the city and the madness that seems to drive his crazy world. So yeah, I like Darwin Cook's work a lot so far, and so I'm probably definitely going to jump on board with that one. Why did my screen just go dark? Okay. So anyways, I'm going to jump on board with that just because it looks really cool. Picked up The Names. This book, I really love the covers on this book. I really need to read the interiors though, because I mean we're up to issue 5 of 9. I haven't read any of it yet. I mean, at this point, I might as well just be waiting for the freaking trade, but I'm not gonna. So I need to read that still. Why is it get dark in here? All right, next up, I've got. This has got to be one of my absolute favorite covers on this book so far. It's Fairest, and it's issue number 35. Here, let me hold it this way so you get the full. It's just awesome. And the really funny part, I think it's a bearskin rug, but if you look at the bear, he's got glasses and he's reading a book. It's pretty cool. Adam Hughes did the cover, so that's pretty cool. I've been buying this book, Fiction Squad. It seems pretty funny. I like the artwork. It's pretty cartoony, so I'm going to give that a read before too long. Hinterkind, issue 14. I need to catch up with this book. A lot of catching up on this book. Now, folks, next up we got The Legendary Star-Lord. It's issue 7. I haven't read this yet. I've been keeping up with this book, though, and I'm looking forward to reading this, and it looks to me like Kitty makes an appearance in this. The only thing is honestly, I'm just not down with the whole Kitty dating Stardork. I don't get it. Kind of hoping. I'm rooting against it, to be honest. Next up, we've got Operation Sin, issue number 1. Looks like, yeah, we found a freaking credits page. Don't you hate it when they don't put the credits right at the very beginning? They make you go that deep into the book to find the credits. Find it annoying. The writer is Catherine Immonen. Apparently, I'm guessing that she's some relation to Stewart, whose artwork I like very, very much. And Rich Ellis is the artist on this book. Yeah. It doesn't look too bad. I got something to show you guys in a minute. I'm sure you guys have all seen it, but I'm excited about it. The interiors are pretty good. They're actually, okay, the interiors are okay. They look kind of akin to what you see in a lot of Image books as far as the artwork goes, to me. Like, acceptable, but not, like, eye-catching to me. And here's something I want to show you guys. Coming next month, we're going to get Guardians Team Up, number 1, written, of course, by Brian Michael Bendis, because he writes almost everything except for this, apparently. And God, I'm hoping this is the case. It says Art Adams. I'm hoping he's doing interiors on this book, because I can't get enough of his work. So it looks like, thanks to the movie, we're going to be getting inundated with a whole bunch of Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. I also saw something recently where I think the all-new X-Men and the Guardians are going to be doing another crossover. I thought I saw that advertised in one of these books somewhere. Actually, I'd have to... Oh my god, why did I actually bought this piece of crap? Alright, so this piece of crap I'm looking at is X-Men 23. And as usual, this is what I'm talking about with Marvel. We've got beautiful Terry Dodson cover, and let me find his name for this guy. Hopefully I'll get to butcher his name, because he's butchered this comic. And it just looks like a bag of hammered dog. Oh, here, the Black Vortex. It looks like it's going to be... Yep. Actually, it's going to be going through... Part 1 is going to be Black Vortex Alpha. 2 will be Guardians of the Galaxy 24. 3 is going to be Legendary Stardork. And 4 will be All New X-Men. So, and you guys have probably already seen this too, but I take a second to show it to you. That's what we're getting soon in February. All right, so I got to continue searching for this guy's name or person's name because it deserves to be noted that this guy needs to go back to he needs to practice some more, a lot more, because this isn't fair to me. It isn't fair to you. It isn't fair to anybody that actually paid money for this. Roland Boschie, Boschchi. Yeah, this is supposed to be the Beast. The fuck? He looks like one of those shitty cartoons for the Gorillas. It just unacceptable. This is not, my opinion. This is not fair. It's definitely not worth the $3.99, and that's what they like to do to us. Give us a beautiful cover so we don't even open up the inside and look. Oh wow. The Fade Out number 4. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cover painting. I don't know if it's a painting, but anyways, beautiful cover art. And the interiors on this book, while not being super outstanding, it is still very nice, especially for what the book is. Next up, I got Angela, Asgard's Assassin. I haven't read this book yet, or the other one, issue 1, but this one's got good shit going on inside as far as artwork goes, so I don't feel like I got totally screwed over. I got this variant cover right here for, give me a second, I'm gonna peel the stupid sticker off of it. I hate stickers on covers or on bags. It's just a pain to get off. Finally. Alright, so I got the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Arthur Adams. Da, da, da. So yeah, here we go. She's apparently beat up everybody on this cover at one point or another. And I thumbed through the regular. I didn't buy the regular cover for this because, I'll be honest, the only reason I bought this is because it's Art Adams. So I kind of thumbed through the regular copy of it, and it's very, very cartoony, which I suppose it fits the Squirrel Girl thing, but I only bought it because of Art Adams. Although the other variant cover is beautiful too. I was gonna buy it, but then I decided I would just go ahead and put it back on, put it on eBay. So we got a copy of it on eBay. Right now it's like $6.99. And these are books that I actually read. Oh, not this one. Deadly Class number 10. I think I'm gonna dump this book because I just having so much trouble even finding the interest to even look inside of it anymore. Trees number 8. So yeah, this book is kind of a shocker. A lot of stuff happens in this book in a very short period of time. A lot of craziness. So that was a pretty good one. Eternal Warrior number 3. Days of Steel. I like the Eternal Warrior a lot. I really do. Oh yeah, that's another Valiant book back in the day that I think I nearly completed everything on. But okay, so my problem with this is that the guy doing the artwork in here, Brian Reber, Reber, he is very inconsistent with Gilad's face. Like if you didn't know the Eternal Warrior from his that sleeve that he wears on his arm and his scars on his face, even, it's very difficult to track his face from one panel to the next because the guy's just very inconsistent with his, like this panel here. Anyways, that panel there is totally different than this panel right here even. So it's the same position. This is the last panel from the last book. That's what his face looks like there. And this is what he looks like here. And it doesn't even look like the same person. I think it's the way he does the mouth. He gives him a very, I think, very simian looking mouth. We find another example of this. It just, personally, I like the book. I like the guy's artwork when he nails it, but I think he misses a lot of it. He's inconsistent with his face. Just finished up Birthright issue 4. I like it. We're not really learning a whole lot of what happened to this kid when he was in the other place, the other realm. But it's only 4 issues into it, so I kind of feel like they're forcing the story a little bit quick. I would like to see more of what happened to him there as he grew, into a man in that realm. Ant-Man #1. Of all the covers, there are quite a few variant covers for this book, and I honestly like the regular cover. I think is probably the best one in my opinion. It's my favorite one, anyways, of all the variants that I saw. So this book was pretty good. He's kind of like the down on his luck superhero living in a shitty studio apartment trying to get a job from Tony Stark. And he comes up with creative ways to solve his housing crisis at the end of the book. So I liked it. Wait a minute, there's something wrong here. I got some books in the wrong place. Oh, they're over here, I hope. No, where'd you go, books? Damn. Oh, man. Where did I put them? So I get for reading and sleeping right afterwards. That ain't it. That ain't it. Dang. Oh, no, that ain't them. Oh, here it is. All right. Thought I lost it. So here we have The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 12. There we go. Thank you, Mylar. Anyways, this is a good issue. Had a lot of fun with this one. Okay, so Wednesday, as I was working and I would occasionally check Facebook, I saw some posts, links, whatever, saying how the last panel of this book was going to destroy the internet. I guess like Kim Kardashian's ass. I don't know, but so I was like, "Ooh, nobody tell me anything about this," So I read it. I enjoyed the issue. It's a good issue, and I'm going to spoil it because if you haven't read it by now, my bad. Basically, they go to another one of the Earths, and the spider totem there is Uncle Ben. So Uncle Ben's got spider powers, but to me, that's not really destroying. That's not that big a deal because honestly, it's not Uncle Ben. It's an alternate version of him from a different reality, and so it's not the same. He's just not the same Uncle Ben. So that's my opinion on that. One more book here, and it is Spider-Man 2099 issue 7. It's a pretty good book. Oh, so I think it was Tuesday. We were talking at work about. Oh, they were talking about the inheritors feed on spider beans, and I was like, oh man, if I was gonna eat a spider, one of the spider people, spider bean, it would definitely be Peter Porker. Give me some of that bacon. Anyway, so that wraps up with my new books. I got two more things to show you guys, and those are I got some autographs today at work. Um, so I think I mentioned in a video a while back that I met Sal Buscema, John's brother, and so there's a little film crew they're putting together a little documentary about I think Conan. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's about Conan, the character. So they're they're going around the country interviewing creators who have worked on Conan throughout the years. And so, because John has passed away, I think Sal said in 2001, because John had passed away quite some time ago, and because Sal has done a lot of inking on on people who've worked on Conan, they wanted to interview him. Plus, also the brotherly connection. So they interviewed him. So they did it in the store that I work in. So I knew this was gonna happen. A week or so ago, I learned about this. So my boss is like the store owner, that boss. He's like, yeah, bring in a couple of bring in some books, and you can get Sal to sign them for you. So I just picked two books out of all the ones that I have that he worked on. I'm gonna show them to you now. The first book I got autographed by Mr. Sal is Captain America number 115. There you go. And I picked this book in particular because it's not his pencils, but it is his inks. And his brother John did the pencils on this book. So that's why I picked it, to kind of, it's a brotherly thing there. And he actually showed me a panel in here that he said, like, the panel was, he had to redo the entire panel, and he's like, this is one of my first things that I got to do, one of the earliest things I got to do at Marvel. He's like, it took me three days to do that panel or something, trying to get it just right. And the other book that I got him to autograph is Avengers number 129. There you go. And this he did the cover, he did the interiors, pencils, and just because I got to pick this one just because it's a really dynamic, awesome cover with Kang on there like that. And Kang is one of my favorite Avengers villains, so that's why I did that, pick that book. So folks, thank you for spending some time with me, and to everybody out there, I hope you guys have a good night, good day, and enjoy your books. Bye.